Hello, Internet Nation. Menace to Society here. Me and whatever is making my nose itch, which I think is just this ring in general. I'm getting new studs soon, so putting in a temporary one as I fought this motherfucker into my lip, and it hurts. So, hello. I'm sure by now, we've all noticed that I look like a fucking child. I think that's fun. I plan on destroying the world with this face, and there is very little anyone can do to stop me. So, seriously though. So I went to work today. I experienced life for the first time without glasses and the trials and tribulations of glasses, and I think my mood has improved by like 5%, not having to deal with the horrors of being a blind motherfucker. But I don't know. It's still a weird, fuzzy place because it's not just like all hunky dory. My eyes are still adjusting. I'm still getting I'm still adjusting to not like going like that and then like zooming in on things, looking over my glasses because I'm nearsighted as fuck. So now I have to like figure out how I'm gonna look at the tiny details all up close and personal because like this is like my limit, but I can't see the tiny. Maybe I can manipulate my eyeballs to zoom in so that I can just like see under my nails and all the tiny little details. I'm gonna miss that, but maybe I can work around it. I like how like when you look at my eyelashes in certain lighting, you can tell how crunchy these motherfuckers are. Because I keep, like, between the combination of don't wash your face, don't rub your eyes, and my eyes, like, pussing like a motherfucker. Well, let me not say pus, because it's regular eye boogers. There's just 15 times more of it. To the point where it's, like, gunking up my eyelashes. That, plus it could just be, like, the medicine that I have to drop into my eyes, which like 1 out of 3 drops goes into my eyes. The rest go around. I'm lucky if I get it on the first hit. I'm lucky if I get it on the first hit and my fucking eyeball was even open. But I'm doing fine. Aside from the fact that my right eye still feels a little bit sandy, I am thriving and vibing and living my best life, and every time I look at myself, I see a fucking child. And which is appropriate because I am but a child of God and I refuse to grow up. I might have entered my Jesusing years, but I'm pretty sure Jesus wasn't out here talking about I am a 30-year-old man. I should act like it. Nah, that nigga was partying with the whores and laying hands on people. And when you're laying hands and you're turning water into wine and multiplying the fish and the bread, it's party time. Like we're just having a nice time out here. We're just making fish. We're just making bread. And I love me some bread. And I can't say if I love fish, but I can say I like it and that I've been craving it. So maybe I do love me some fish. I should definitely eat more fish, put more fish in my diet. I should probably put more food in my diet. Ever since I got the second COVID shot, I have not had much of an appetite, but I have to eat with my medicine, and I'm tired of tasting the fucking drops that I put in my eyes, which reminds me, my doctor told me to do it 4 times a day because I got juicy ass eyeballs, so I don't need to like keep dropping stuff. They're just healthy. Yes, I've still been smoking, but yesterday I tended to moisturize my eyeballs after I smoked. Today I'm a little more lenient with it. I go by how my balls feel, and then that's where I go from there. So, I mean, how do I feel about LASIK? I'm not going to be a cliche and say, oh my god, I wish that I did this earlier, because this is the moment to do it now. Like, this is the time in which is most optimal for me, I guess. Granted, there is never, like, really a more optimal time to see. But don't know. The Jesus years are the time to come alive, right? Like if you just turned 30 and this year, 2023, like especially if you're one of those motherfuckers that was born late in the year like me, so you just like turned it and then the world changed over to a new year. Like literally new year, new you, bitch. Like live that shit. Like, you know, we're in our Jesus year. Maybe was he 33? Was he 30 or was he 33? Because now that I'm saying it so confidently and loudly, I'm questioning if it's even true. Because like, when was the last time I really brushed up on my Jesus lore? But it was either 30 or 33. Either way, I mean, I've been thinking about this for a long time, since I was like 25. So I think it's 30. But like, this is the year that we go off. And LASIK was totally part of me going off. Look at me, I'm so cute. Sometimes I would look at myself. Granted, like the first thing that happened, the first time I ever saw myself, after I could like open my little eyeballs and all this shit, I was on the train yesterday and I was trying to do something. I think I was trying to like see if my pupils were still dilated. So I looked at myself in the camera, but I opened it down here and I was like, oh, that's my mom. That's my mom's face. And then I closed the camera, I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I was doing. I only remember the moment. But now I'm just like, oh, yes, that is a god. Not that my mom isn't, but, you know, I don't know. I have more of a contractual obligation to like my face than I do my mom's face. My parents' faces are their faces, and I would like to have my own face. You know, there could be a little bit of them in there, but when I look at it dominantly, I should just see me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy that I got it done, and no regrets. It was a totally harrowing process, especially if you're like me and are super sensitive to things near your eyeballs, especially keeping your eyeballs open for some reason. I think my right eye is like generally more open than my left eye. Yeah, because you can see how my left eye is slightly more squinty than my right. You would think the right one would be the one that'd be like, yeah, I can open wide for you. You can't even open wide now, you little bitch. But you would think the right one would be my right, not your right. Your left. So you would think that it would be the one to just like, yeah, no, bust it wide open, let's do this. Nope. It's like at one point I was sitting there struggling and I'm like, I don't know if my right eye is even open. Meanwhile, the doctor is telling me to open my eyes. So it's like, I know the left one is open. I don't know what the fuck the right one is doing because it's blurry as all hell and just black. And I'm pretty sure my right eye has left me visually because it's so traumatized by what's happening. And then, you know, they did all the same stuff to the left eye. And I'm like, yeah, no, I can stare at the light. I can keep my eye open. I can do whatever. I can, like, not squirm like a motherfucker as I visually watch you peel my cornea back with your tiny little scalpel. It's I'm telling you, LASIK is a very traumatic experience. If you can turn your brain off and not, like, think about anything, but like just sitting there from the beginning and the doctor is like, okay, so I'm gonna put some suction on your eyes and then I'm gonna put some bubbles on your eyes and you gotta sit still for 30 seconds while I put these bubbles on your eyes, because if you fuck up, you gotta go home, let the bubbles dissolve and come back and we gotta do the whole thing all over again. And I'm like, you want me to sit still for 30 seconds as you do what to my eyes? And then he applies the suction and it's just like, oh, that is a lot of pressure on my motherfucking eyeball. Meanwhile, my body is freaking the fuck out and I'm trying to like prevent my body from freaking the fuck out, but like there's somebody poking my eyeball and I don't think that it was like fully numb because this motherfucker does not like to open. So when they dropped the numbing thing in there, I'm pretty sure like 2 drops got in there compared to the 5 that got in my left. And my right eye was probably feeling a bunch of stuff, and I'm pretty sure I've definitely felt a lot more in my right eye than I did my left. Probably because I squinted all the fucking drops out. But whose fault is that? That's why I sat there and I took it, because like, granted, I could have said something and got more numbing drops, but fuck that, you know? Fuck it. We're here now. And it's gonna take how long? 30 seconds? Cool. This part is what? 15 seconds? I can tough it out for that long. Mama ain't raised no bitch. So, they put the little bubbles and then they tell you to stay still and all that stuff. So traumatic, very traumatic. Just like tune your brain out. Don't think about how they got probably a little scalpel and they're like doing something to your eyeball to detach your fucking cornea so they can flip it up. And then you know they're flipping it up, which is a really cool thing because, like, I see things really blurry in general, or saw things really blurry in general. So, like, when they flipped it up the first time, it was just like the same, just more blurry. It was a lot more blurry when they flipped up the cornea and exposed my eye bits. And then when they flip it down, when they flip it back, it's wait, hold up a shit. That's a whole lot less blurry, which is why I started to cry, because, like, the difference is noticeable. And yeah, yesterday sucked. Yesterday sucked a whole bunch. I could barely open my eyes, and I mean, granted, it probably would have been better if I wasn't asleep the whole time, because I've noticed that my eyes are a little fucked every time I wake up. And even, like, today, because I took a nap. Did I take a nap? Actually, no, I took a nap last night. So when I took a nap last night and woke up this morning, everything was really blurry. Well, not really blurry, kind of blurry. And it goes away after like a few seconds. I'm not sure what up with that. So probably if I didn't like sleep all day yesterday, then it probably wouldn't have been so bad. I don't know. But I chose to sleep because I like to sleep. Fuck this reality, Even though going to sleep means I gotta wake up every 2 hours to put drops in my eyes. But we're here now, I went to work today. I did a whole bunch of work, got babied by one of the care teams, just her, only her. My fucking supervisors were sending me in and out into the sunlight. I literally like busted out. I have these shades that are like big round shades, and they have like a third eye too. So I was wearing those mostly while I was inside because they're nice, casual, cute little shades, and I like those. They're my favorite shades that I'd never get to wear because you can't wear shades when you wear glasses. So since they were sending me outside, and at one point my cute little shades fell off my face and poked me in the eyeball, and you only get to do that one time before I put your ass back in my pocket and bust out the other shades. So since they kept sending me outside, I busted out these. Because I don't play no fucking games with my goddamn eyes. You gonna send me out of the shade? Like, maybe if I had to stand in the shade, but when you go outside, you're not in the shade. So I just was talking to customers with these on my face. Thankfully, everyone took me serious because, like, I know that I could have called out, but I feel fine. I just have to avoid that like direct sunlight for a few days, probably the rest of my life, because I had very sensitive eyes to begin with. I already had a light sensitivity that only got worse when I got these motherfuckers that like transitioned every single day. So I was constantly wearing shades, and I was never like outside without shades, which probably made it worse. So now that I'm like at extra sensitivity, if I'm in the sun, but nobody made, well, one of my coworkers made fun of me, but she stays making fun of me for everything. That's just what most people do in my office. We just stay poking fun at each other. I love it. That's the kind of environment I can thrive in, because I am just dying to make fun of people in a playful manner. That's like one of my love languages. But yeah, work was simplistic. I spent a lot of time running around and staring at computers. I took the train to work because the bus was going to make me late, and I don't like being late. And then had to walk all the way from the A train, which was annoying, but oh fucking well, I guess. At least I wasn't late. But I don't know, maybe I'll do another check-in in a few days when this like blood spot goes away and my eye doesn't feel so sandy anymore. The doctor said I didn't have to come back for another follow-up unless something bad happened, or like I felt like I needed one, because I got these juicy balls on my face and my eye holes, and they're kind of taking care of themselves, which like I did not doubt that they would, because like I've been putting in the energy for this for forever now. And it's like, okay, cool, well, like if I can't manifest perfectly good working eyeballs myself and like get through whatever trauma is preventing me from seeing, then I can also use the magic that we call science. And like that totally counts, like because I'm still part of the healing process, and I have to make sure that my balls heal correctly so that they don't get fucked up from this very delicate procedure that is very traumatic, you know. All I'm saying is that, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me and my sensitive body, but like if you touch my balls, then like I'm gonna freak out. Like even if you like come near my eyelashes, then my balls will freak out. And that's just me, you know, because some people can, well, I mean, I can poke my own eyes to do contacts and shit, but that's me, you know? That's me, like, adjusting them to the point where I don't have to, like, look at the finger compared to, like, when you're at the doctor and they're like, all right, now I'm going to flash you right in the eyeballs. I want you to look directly into the light while also keeping your eyes opening. What? Okay. You know? So maybe I'll do, or maybe just a general life update when my cute new jewelry gets here, and we can all bask in the glory that is my face together. Hopefully I don't get into a car crash and land on my face or some shit, because that'd be so sad. I'm kind of terrified of just like, okay, yeah, now that I don't have anything protecting my eyes, something's gonna happen to them. Or maybe not, because like when I start riding my bike again, I'm definitely wearing these all the time. Because the sun was always kicking my ass. Just constantly. And there was not much I could do about it because I wore glasses, and there's not much you could do about glasses, even though these kind of fit over my glasses. So like the last day I had glasses that I got these, I was wearing them when I was outside, just cause. But not while I was riding, because that seems a little dangerous. But I guess we'll see how life is without glasses. It's not that different, but I keep looking at my face, which I don't think I've done in a long time, because I keep like contemplating the act of looking at my face, and if I was doing that a lot, or maybe it's just because it's different, and now I'm just like, oh hi, there's the baby. The baby has entered the room. Hi baby, it's me, the baby. You know, compared to before, where it's like all I really noticed was my glasses. I kind of want to do that thing where you like look through glasses. I could always do that. Why is it still clear? Oh, I'm not gonna put these on my face. I'm not. These feel like such trouble. Like if they're close, like when I'm holding it like this, I still see clear. Isn't it supposed to be blurry or some shit? Or maybe that's because I'm not. No. When I put it on my face, it's blurry as fuck. I don't know, glasses are weird. Now I'm gonna go around looking through other people's glasses, seeing what they see the world like. Ooh, I get to be one of those normies. They're like, haha, can I try your glasses on? Ooh, my head. Ah. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be a whole menace. But you know, that's why I open the video like this. You know, fuck around. Forget everybody I knew. I'm hot now. I'm kidding. I was always hot. Now I'm just more, I want to say self-aware, but that's not the word. I was very aware of the way I looked. It was just, I don't know, I guess I put a wall up because it was like my glasses just ricocheted me into the dork category, not because I wore glasses, but because my glasses were like angled like this and held together with resin. And technically, like if you go like this while they were on my face, you could make them wiggle because like they're really loose, you know. So it's like it takes away from, not the confidence because I'm belligerent, but it just takes away from the aesthetic, I guess, because now I'm not just like the time traveling unicorn. I mean, I am, but I'm not the cool version. I'm just the version. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. You get me. But anyway, I'm happy. Coolest 3,600 I ever spent, which, like, as you become an adult, that doesn't really seem too unrealistic, I guess. I probably because, like, rent is almost $1,000. So when you think about it conceptually, that's just like, oh, that's like 3 months rent, more or less, you know? So, like, 4 months technically, maybe like 3.7 of a month, you know? So, like, what difference does it make, you know? Because rent's already draining me dry. At least this is a thing that makes me happy, I guess. Not yet. Not yet. I mean, I am happy now. But it hasn't really set in because we still got to baby everything. And I'm still, like, taking in everything. Like, I was working today and I had my hair, like, all pulled over to one side and my hat on. And it just kept slapping me in the fucking face, in the fucking eyes. And I had to, like, put a ponytail in. Because, like, you can't be slapping me in the eyes while my eyes are healing, bro, you know? So I can't enjoy it. Like, I can't just go take a shower, just and wash my fucking face and exfoliate the way I want to. Like, do you think these crusties would be in my eyelashes? If I could just scrub my fucking face, they wouldn't be. So I haven't been able to indulge yet. We're not there. We're not in the, oh my god, I can see portion of life yet, because even if I try to, like, look at something for more than a few seconds, I mean, maybe if I just, like, straightforward, it wouldn't be so bad. But, like, if I look around, anything that's not straightforward, then my right eye is like, what are you doing? And it just kind of bugs out a little bit. Like, where the blood is, it hurts, you know? Well, not consistently, but just, like, when I use my eyeballs for extracurricular eyeball things. But, yeah, I'm gonna go because my food is right here waiting for me to stop ignoring it and try to, like, put it in my body so then I could take my eye meds, because I gotta take 4 of these every day until, like, a month for good eyes, which, well, supports for dry eyes, which should keep me extra undry, which I guess is gonna help when all of this sets in and then my brain fully goes, oh, I can see now, by the way. You know, like, I'm still adjusting, trying to not lean too close into the mirror, even though I still have to lean into the mirror to, like, see where all the dirt is on my face. But just not, like, all up in the mirror, close enough that I can see the dirt, far enough that I can still see my whole face, compared to just that one spot that I'm trying to look at. Life is good. Life is good. Laying in bed all of Friday in absolute agony, and most of Saturday, because I didn't get out of bed until like 10 p.m., was totally worth it. I'm not sure if I manifested the pain or if just some people have a really terrible time healing. I could see me being as one of those people, because my body can be weird when it comes to healing, and it doesn't just, like, spring back the way it did when I was younger. But even though now I guess that would, like, be my being sick this year, which you could also argue was Wednesday after I got the COVID shot, and then my fucking body was just having a terrible ass time. You know, I mean, also I just got my COVID shot too, so maybe my body wasn't having a good time, and then I got my eyeballs lasered, so it extra wasn't having a good time. Who knows? But, like, I saw a lady there when me and my friend got there. She had just had LASIK done. She was wearing the shades and the eye protectors, and her face was red, and she was crying, and she looked like she was in a lot of fucking pain compared to, like, every other person there that had obviously just gotten LASIK, that was smiling and happy and laughing and just walking off with their chaperone, living their best life. And I looked at that lady and I was like, that's gonna be me, isn't it? Sure enough, it was. Which, like, I don't know if that's just because, no, I don't want to say I fucked up the process because I can see just fine. I'm gonna, like, judge everything for certain after the healing is fully done because my eye is still wonky. But I knew that this eye was going to give me problems from the jump because it was really hard trying to get them to give this eye sight, you know? So I, like, from that moment, I already knew. I just be knowing, you know? Like, it would be nice to not know everything. I would like a motherfucker to, like, keep me on my toes sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. Sometimes I would like to be wrong. Like, I would like to take a guess and it not be true. So I could just be like, oh, okay then. You know? Like, I didn't really like surprises growing up, but now that everything is just so, like clockwork, I'll take a surprise every now and then. But as I keep saying, I'm gonna go because my food is gonna get cold and I don't want my food to get cold because I barely want to eat as is. So bye. Until next time, know that you are loved by this guy who can see you now. And this guy. Dad loves us all. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye now.